Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabansu, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things. And we see them today. We got a pretty interesting show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Want to follow us on Instagram? My handle is CTABANZ. Want to follow the channel? Same name of the channel, Dreamers Pro, and check out our Dreamers Pro podcast. We have pinned below. Anyway, let me get into this topic here. As you guys know, Katt Williams is coming off of the heels of the second biggest interview in the history of YouTube. The interview that Katt Williams did on Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay, the main interview, the full clip, as we speak, has 50 plus million views. Second all time. If we take into account the full interview plus all of the various clips, that interview is well over 100 million views. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And why did it get that many views? Because of some of the things that he said. Now, it turns out, during his interview, there was a certain point, which I'm sure all of you saw by now, where he was talking about various comedians. He was talking about Cedric the Entertainer. He was talking about Steve Harvey. He was talking about Bernie Mac. He was talking about Kevin Hart and a bunch of others. And he was coming at them for essentially being gatekeepers, for basically, being guys who click up together and then try to block other people from moving up the ladder. He called Kevin Hart a plant. He suggested that he's a plant. He accused, or he said, that Cedric the Entertainer stole jokes, which we found out that he did. And I even saw a clip, I think it was from the channel Art of Dialogue, of the joke that was stolen being played for TK Kirkland. I don't know, but I think it was that channel I saw. So he said a lot of things, and various people came out and responded. But then what happened? Woke up this morning, was going through the internet, and I came across a clip from Urban Politics TV. That's why I saw it from. Let me give the proper credit. And it was highlighting some comments that Dave Chappelle had to make in response to some of the things that Katt Williams had to say about black comics. And apparently, in the soundbite, Dave Chappelle took exception with Katt Williams only singling out black comedians. And I was like, this may be interesting. This may be something interesting for us to talk about. But before we even get into that, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Aura. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is want to play exactly what Dave Chappelle had to say at his show, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what Dave Chappelle had to say here.
He didn't say anything about any of these white boys. And none of these white boys function like that. And Katt is one of the best painters in the game. So why are you drawing all ugly pictures of us? Stop. And Katt and hurt people, but I'm a hurt person that never hurt people, and he does it all the time. This one, that one, this one. But anything that you did wrong, he didn't do nothing wrong. Katt didn't do nothing wrong.
MREC TV.
I'm gonna bring the black guy. Katt did this to me. Katt was talking about did the other but not about anything that did to him. If I told my story, it would break your heart. I lost everything and never, ever told on anybody. And this is the arbiter of truth. Katt, listen, I with Katt hard.
MREC TV.
Wait, D-Ray, just tell me, what part of the game another paper?
MREC
What part
TV.
of the game is about telling on another Tiffany Haddish is lifting something heavy, and as clumsy as she is, I don't disagree with Katt. He be telling the real
MREC.
Yes, that is true. But why would you say that? Because all of us are trying to be in a better situation. Can we get over it?
So you heard what Dave Chappelle had to say. Here are my thoughts. As a matter of fact, before we produced this show, we put up a poll on our channel where we asked the following question. We asked our audience about, let me say, an hour or so ago. I said, who's the bigger comedian in your view? Out of the 3,600 voters, 85% of them voted for Dave Chappelle and 15% voted for Katt Williams. But then some people tried to be slick in the comments saying, well, what do you mean by bigger? Define bigger. Well, Dave Chappelle is, when people want to be idiots, you know exactly what I mean. But just because you don't want to answer the question or you're bored, you start asking questions that you know that's not what they're asking you. If I wanted to say that, wouldn't I ask? And why would I ask who's the taller person when I can know that already? So people just like to waste people's time. But the vast majority of the people that voted still think that Dave Chappelle is a bigger draw. I agree with them. But here are my thoughts on what Dave said. I understand what Dave is talking about. And I think that Dave is probably saying that, listen, if you want to attack this thing systemically, you want to talk about gatekeeping and people being forced to wear dresses and all of these different things, then why are you singling out black comedians? You need to talk about the infrastructure that's in place that really controls this entire thing. I understand what he's saying. The only issue is, though, however, not in this interview with Shannon Sharpe, but in previous interviews, I've seen numerous interviews in the past of Katt Williams talking about various people, naming various names, talking about how the industry is built in a way where it works against certain people, talked about how he got blackballed. And in a lot of those cases, he wasn't talking about black comedians. He was not. He was talking about the system of Hollywood and how it works. Now, did he go in depth in terms of naming various names? Not really, or not to my recollection, right? Urban Politics TV said what he mentioned. He mentioned Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan isn't really a gatekeeper. Joe Rogan is just the biggest podcaster in the world, and I don't think Joe Rogan controls things in the way that Katt Williams was talking about it in terms of giving out contracts, giving various gifts. I don't think that's what it is. Katt Williams said exactly what his thing was with Joe Rogan, which was, why didn't you bring me on the show? And then Joe Rogan already put out a response video, which we did, where Joe Rogan said that he will be coming on the show. Right. So where Joe Rogan actually invited him on the show. So to me, I think Joe Rogan is not good enough. Right. I don't think that qualifies. But these are Dave Chappelle's thoughts. Right. These are his thoughts. He's going to say what he has to think, what he thinks. And I don't think Dave Chappelle is going to spare anyone. Some people will say maybe it's bad timing, but we're talking about Dave Chappelle here. He's the biggest comedian in the world. So I think he's one of the few people that can say something about Katt Williams, even though he's on top of the world, and get away with it. And it's not really going to hurt him in any real way. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about the comments that Dave Chappelle made? Do you think they were fair? Do you think they were inbound, out of bounds? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.